I have a lot to show you, and we don't have... The command panel at the bottom of the screen contains the control options. Moving left to right, you'll see the unit portrait, information pane, unit commands, abilities pane, and the minimap. You can move your camera in different ways. Move the mouse cursor to any edge of the screen to pan. Press and hold the middle mouse button to drag the camera around the world view. Finally, click anywhere on the minimap and the camera will immediately jump to that location. Let's move on to the basic unit controls. You'll need to know how to manage your base and command your units. Left-click on the peasant to select him. You can also select multiple units or buildings by clicking and holding the left mouse button and dragging a box around them. Try that on your buildings.
I live to serve. I am here, my lord. What needs to be done? I am here, my lord. I live to serve. Huh? I live to serve. Huh? What needs to be done?
Now back to your peasant. Select your peasant and move him over near the gold fields by right-clicking on the ground near them. Good.
Let's do it.
We'll need more gold so we can train more peasants. Select your peasant again and right-click on the gold field, and he will begin to mine.
Huh?
Your current resource amount is shown on the toolbar. There are 3 resources to collect: gold, wood, and gems. Supply determines the maximum number of units you can support. If you run low on supply, you cannot train more units. Now you have collected 50 gold, so let's build a peasant. Select your castle and left-click on the peasant icon in the abilities pane. Good. Soon we'll have another peasant to order about. When he's ready, he will stand next to your castle. If you want him to go to a specific location, you can set a rally point. To set a rally point, select your castle and right-click on the ground. Any units exiting the building will go to that point. If you set a rally point on a resource, the peasant will automatically go there and begin mining. All buildings work this way.
Good idea.
Let's expand our base. Since you'll also need plenty of wood for constructing buildings, select your second peasant and right-click on a tree to harvest wood. When you've collected enough gold and wood, we will build a farmhouse.
I am here, my lord. Huh?
We have the resources we need. Select one of your peasants and click on the farmhouse icon in the abilities pane. The building's foundation will appear under your mouse cursor. Move it to a good location and left-click again to start construction. A red foundation indicates that you cannot build in that location. Let's keep our peasant busy. You can give them multiple commands by holding down the Shift key. Select the farmhouse that is being built, and while holding down the Shift key, right-click on a gold field. When he finishes construction, he'll start to collect gold.
I am here, my lord. Building complete, my lord.
Now that your peasants are busy, let's move on to some combat controls. Here we have some armed peasants. Select both the peasants holding scythes. There you go. Now press the attack button on the Actions command pane or the hotkey A. Your mouse cursor is changed to a targeting icon. Left-click on a target dummy and your peasants will attack.
Excellent
Notice
idea.
the selection circles at the feet of your peasants. Your units will be green. A blue selection circle indicates an ally unit. Yellow means neutral, and red is an enemy. Now let's select the 2 peasants with slings. They can attack from a distance.
What needs to be done?
Because the target dummies are neutral, you have to attack them manually. When an enemy unit is close enough, your units will automatically attack them. Use all 4 of your peasants to destroy the remaining target dummies.
Good idea. Let's do it.
Well done. Let's go to the training grounds. When you have a group of units of the same type, you can select them all by double-clicking any one or by holding the Control key during selection. This is handy in a large-scale battle. You can group your soldiers and bind them to a numbered hotkey. Select your 8 scythe-wielding peasants, hold the Control key, and press 1.
I live to serve.
I am here, my lord.
Will the work never end? Will the work never end? What needs to be done? I live to serve. Excellent idea.
I am here, my lord.
What needs to be done? Will the work never end? Will the work never end? Huh? What needs to be done? Huh? What needs to be done? I live to serve.
I am here, my lord.
Huh? What needs to be done? Excellent idea. Excellent idea. What needs to be done?
Now, all of your scythe-wielding peasants are grouped together. Press the 1 key at any time to select that group. Well done. Now move them over to the beacon. You can add or subtract units from your selection group by holding the Shift key and clicking on a unit or its icon on the information pane.
Will the
Let's
work
get your
never
peasant
end?
slingers in line. Group them under the 2 key.
Excellent
Great.
idea.
Now move them over to the beacon near the others. Well done. Now that you have 2 selection groups, I will show you how to group them together under a supergroup. To create a supergroup, press the F1 key. You see 10 slots in the information pane. 2 show your selection groups 1 and 2. Right-click on them, and they will be assigned to the supergroup. Units assigned to the supergroup will have a flashing border. Excellent. You can create up to 4 supergroups using the F1 to F4 keys. Now move your supergroup over to the beacon. You should note that your units arrived in a formation, melee units in the front and ranged units behind them. Anytime you move grouped units together, they will position themselves into formation. It's time for you to see the underground tunnels. Select your peasant and right-click on the tunnel entrance building.
I live to serve.
Your peasant has now gone to the cellar. Toggle between levels using the Tab key. You can also switch between levels by clicking on the gem in the unit command area.
Will the work never end?
If you want a second mini-map, click the right button on the toolbar. Now you have a mini-map for each level. You can move your selected units between levels by simply right-clicking on the other minimap. They will find their way to the new location. I think that covers all the basics. Thank you for your patience. May you serve Norrin well.